Today is going to be hopefully inspiring. I mean, all the things I talked about have inspired me lately. So life stuff, a parable from Jesus that I cannot get off of my mind, and maybe a little more. So, hi, I'm so glad you're here. If you're new here, my name is Kiri. I love art. I love creating all of the things, but I also really, really love Jesus. So we get a mix of both of those things. Sometimes it's a little random, but everything is very intentional. Well, let's get into it. So, if you saw my last video, I shared a piece that mm, I guess I've been sitting on for a hot minute. Um, I think I shared it like 5 years ago, 4 years ago when I made it, but I haven't really like resurfaced it. It's just hanging on my wall, just, you know, doing whatever it's doing, like collecting dust. People that come into our house kind of comment on it every once in a while, but anyways, in this video, I talked about a project I'm starting called Project Digging Up. Yeah, Project Digging Up. It has a lot to do with a parable by Jesus in the Bible. It's the parable of the talents. Now, if you're familiar with the parable of the talents, you could probably piece together where the digging up part is coming from. If you're not familiar with the parable of the talents, well, let me tell you. It's going to be fun. It's going to be so fun. Okay, Jesus loved teaching in parables, and to be honest, like, he's a storyteller and it's great. I love this so much for him. um, is it a bit confusing sometimes? Maybe a little bit, but it helps you dig a little bit deeper into what he's trying to talk about. Matthew 25, and it's roughly verses 14 through 30. Now, I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. I'm just going to kind of paraphrase and maybe read a couple of the verses. Parable of the talents. Talents is a form of currency that they used a long time ago. And so they're kind of relating it to our own talents today, right? Like things that we are given, gifts. There's a master or a lord. He has three servants. Um, the first one gets 5 talents, the next one gets two, and the last one, he's not less than the others, but he only gets one, right? And it talks about them each receiving unto their own like understanding and like almost like level of probably just yeah, like understanding and knowledge. Like the guy with 5 talents is probably like the manager. And the guy who got two has worked there a little bit longer than the guy who got one. Now, to relate this to like gifts and talents that we receive in our life, I just want to say like it's a struggle when you're scrolling Instagram, you're looking at YouTube, and like all of these people have like so many talents. Like, oh my gosh, this person can play the ukulele and the piano and has an amazing singing voice and writes their own music. Like, what? Like that's so many things. Or this person over here can build homes, or like there's just so many talents out there. Or this person wrote like an entire series, right? Like it can feel very overwhelming and almost feel like, well, what do I have to give? I'm the guy with the one or the two. And it kind of feels like I'm not that special, but I'm here to tell you you are. I'm here to tell you if you feel like you've been gypped in the talent department, in the gift department, you are not. I promise you, you are not. Everything that God gives us is very intentional. Each of them receiving to their skill level. The master leaves. It says for like a good chunk of time, right? And this also has to do with like the second coming. Just saying. It's kind of cool. He leaves for a while, says he's gonna come back. The servants, they all go like they kind of all do their own thing. The one with 5, he goes and he invests, he shares, he does whatever you do with talents, right? But he increases his talent like by double. So he gets 5 more. The guy with 2, he does the same thing. Like he's probably like learning alongside this like more skilled servant colleague of his, and he's like, "Oh, well, that seems really smart. I'm gonna go do what he's doing." So he follows along, and he gets two more. So now he has four. But, ugh, but the guy with one, he does not do this. I don't totally know if they just went their own separate ways or if he was like super freaked out, brand new on the job and was like, no, I don't like what? I don't what am I doing here? But he decides to go bury his in the dirt. He digged a hole, put it in there. So I want to like pose the question. I will be talking about it, but think about why. Why would you do that? Right? Like, why would you bury something? Think about that a little bit as I keep going. Um, and also maybe ponder if you want to. You don't have to. But I've been asking myself this question quite a bit. Is where am I burying things? What am I putting in the dirt for no reason? After a long time, their master comes back and he calls for them. They all come to him one by one. The guy with five, he's like, hey, I made double. The guy with two, he's also like, hey, I made two more. And the Lord says this: well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many. And then he says, enter into the joy of the Lord. Okay? Very second coming. Very, very it's giving second coming, okay? I imagine Jesus just saying, like, hey, what did you do to build my kingdom? Hmm? What did you do? And that terrifies me and excites me all at the same time. The people who like doubled their earnings, they had something to give back, if that makes sense. They had something to give back, even if the guy with two only had two more, right? Like he didn't have a ton. And I don't think that's going like not everyone is just gonna like come to the Lord and have like bushels and bushels of like, look at all the amazing things I did, right? It's like the Lord loves effort and the Lord loves any effort. He knows our potential and he'll, there will probably be like some understanding, there will be grace, there will be like, hey, you give everything like your best. Your best is enough. Guy who did not do his best. Not a fun, not a fun topic, but we're going into it. Okay, I'm going to read it straight from the Bible. So here we go. This is verse 24. Then he which had received the one talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard or strict man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. I don't know if you caught that word. Um, he was afraid. He was more afraid than like hopeful. He was more afraid than faithful, really. That totally sucked. Like he let his doubts and his fears get to him so bad that it stopped him from doing anything. By a raise of hands, who has felt this way? Both hands up for me. Life kind of throws you some curveballs. Life just kind of hits you in the face where you're not expecting it. And it's really just like, what just happened? And it's really easy to get scared, to feel so anxious that you can't even really think about things. And I've been there for a minute and I don't love it. I feel like I've just been, just I'll come out of the water for a while and then I just back down in the water and then come out of the water and this is a back and forth thing. In that process, it's like, I'm just gonna like bury this here. I'm just gonna bury that there. I'm just like burying all of these things God has given me and not fully allowing them to shine the way that God wants me to have them shine, if that makes sense. Well, let's just read this verse. The Lord's response to this sweet man who is just too afraid to do anything. Let's read it, shall we? He says, thou wicked and slothful servant, and continues to tell him what needed to be done. He needed to share and get more. And he says, take therefore the talent from him and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. He like the Lord was like, hey, you're not even gonna use this. Like, here, this guy over here, He actually knows what to do with them. That totally sucks. I don't know if you've ever had an idea about something and you don't follow through with it and you literally see someone else doing it, like not even that long after it. I've totally seen that happen to me. And I'm like, what? Obviously, the Lord giveth as he pleaseth, and he taketh as he pleaseth. Like, he's just like, hey, like you don't know what to do with this, so we're just gonna get it over here. God understands that life is hard. God understands that there's pressure involved with having gifts, with having talents, with having skills that we've practiced over the years, that we've developed over the years, but he's got his hand outstretched and he's like, "Hey, I'm here with you, doing this with you. Like, I've been there, I have done this. Let's do it together. You're not alone." And that's where I think the one servant who buried his talent, that's what he forgot. I really think that's what he forgot. I think he forgot that his master was a master of all of the things. And he didn't utilize that. And he probably could have asked him and been like, hey, so, like, what am I supposed to do with this? And I'm sure his master would have been happy to tell him and been like, hey, this is what you're going to do. Go follow this guy over here and watch and learn. But he didn't. So he took it and he was selfish and he was afraid. And yeah, all of the really unfortunate things. With all of that said, I do believe that the Lord is more merciful, but I do also believe that, when time runs out, unfortunately. And I have definitely been humbled recently and reminded, and I've had to go through this like really bizarre, like kind of like repentance process of just like admitting that, yeah, no, I've definitely buried things in the dirt and this totally sucks. I could give every excuse on the planet. I know that talking about this can sometimes make people feel anxious. I know sometimes it makes me feel anxious, but um I think it's important to check in with ourselves and have the Lord check in with us often, just so that we know that we're like, going down the direction that makes the most sense for us. It is like the best for us. Sometimes it may actually not make total sense, but it's good for us. The project digging up. It does it make a little more sense now? Especially with like the creation painting that I did. Digging it up. Okay, there's quite a few more to go. Like I said, this is a project that's going to take, I don't know, this year, next year, into next year. I don't know, but it's really cool because I'm also working on new stuff at the same time. And I can see the Lord like showing me and guiding me as I've been doing it. And it's really cool. As long as I'm doing something about it. It's when I like sit for too long that the Lord's like, hello, what are you doing? With that said, I wanted to show just a little piece that I made. Oh gosh, it's probably been 8 years now. Let me go grab it. I'm just gonna show art here. Look at that. It's just lots of fun. It You can see the texture there. Started out as something totally different. I wanted to do like a mosaic, and the mosaic was like really pissing me off. So I just decided, you know what, screw it. So I poured a bunch of paint on it and did layers of Mod Podge randomly. Mod Podge and paint, and yeah, it doesn't necessarily have a name. I guess it's just like girl with owl. I don't know. Owl and girl. I don't know. It's super cute. So there you go. There's your fun little treat for the video. I am working on how to professionally share all of these things other than just videos. So there's like a website in the making. There's like, gallery stuff. There's just, there's a lot in motion right now, and it will all happen and click together. So be patient. I'm trying to be patient. Anyway, trying to work fast and be patient at the same time is really weird. Okay, here's your little pep talk. Here's your little cheerleader, I'm your cheerleader moment. If you are sitting on any kind of talent, oh my friend, please stand up and share it. Ask the Lord how you can share it. If he's like, "Hey, share it on social media even though it's terrifying," do it. Totally do it. If he's like, "Hey, go play piano at church or something," great. Go see talk to the people at church and be like, "Hey, where can I utilize my talents here?" Or just simply ask God and be like, "Hey, will you provide an opportunity for me to be able to share my talents?" Because he will provide. He totally will. And it's up to you when that opportunity comes that you see it, the Lord will provide a way. If you don't know what your talent is, you can also ask God that. Just be like, "Hey, just get curious about it. Just be like, "Hey, maybe I'm not like super creative talent wise, but like maybe I have a really good talent at listening to people. Maybe I have a really good talent at like giving advice. Maybe I have a really good talent at um organizing, or I don't know, like what are you good at? What comes natural to you?" That's generally like a sign that God has like placed this thing in your lap. And he's like, "Hey, this is something that like you just naturally come by, and it's going to be like a challenge to develop that skill, but it's going to just like it's going to flow." That's the word I'm thinking of. It's going to flow, it's going to vibe, it's going to do all of the amazing things. Yeah, that's kind of like an invitation I have for anyone and everyone listening, which thank you, by the way. Everyone say hi to Walter. Say hi.
Hi.
Yeah, okay. He's adorable. This is my youngest. Yep, we're going to finish with this because I keep getting interrupted by phone calls, by children screaming at me. So we're just going to end it right here. Yeah, okay. So seriously, thank you so much for watching. If you want to hit the subscribe button, that would be super fantastic and awesome of you. It just keeps you in the loop. I don't know, kind of encourages me to make more videos, to be honest. This is something that I truly feel like God has asked me to do. It's very scary, but I definitely feel like we're doing it, okay? Even if we get interrupted a million times. Bye, everybody.
Hey.
Yeah, bye, everybody. I know. It's a fun microphone, isn't it?
Hi.
Yeah, like the video, share it. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please leave a comment. I would love to hear about a random time you discovered a talent. If you were curious about when I kind of discovered my talent and how that came to be, I would love to share that story. Um, if you want to know, just comment
Hey.
or like the video, and I will totally I'll put that on my list of videos to make. Can you say bye?
Hi.
There we go. Okay, bye everybody. Go share your talents. Don't bury them.